Brian from Brian's Running Adventures, sitting here in almost downtown Leadville. Got our little house hooked up for the week. Leadville Trail 100's on Saturday. What is it, about 3 days away? Man, getting excited. Today was a big day. Michelle got in town and she'll be my guest star on my next episode here. But tonight I thought I'd address a few questions. People have asked me what kind of gear is going to be different for this race versus maybe a normal ultra, or how do you plan to go out with to prepare for the cold at 4 a.m. in the morning. So I thought I'd take a look at some of the gear that's going to be a little bit different for this race than I've used in the past. It's all well time tested, and I've used it and gotten used to it in ultras this year to make sure nothing goes wrong on race day. And I got my good buddy here, Ultra Bear. So we're going to walk through some of the things that are a little bit different than my normal running gear. I plan to go out in my Topo Terra Venture shoes, Ninjinji toe socks, my long distance running shorts, and a good high-tech shirt. Obviously, if it's going to be a little cold, I might go long sleeve, short sleeve. I really haven't decided yet. But on top of that, some of the gear that might be a little bit different is obviously it's going to be dark at 4 a.m. in the morning. Definitely going to go out with a nice black diamond headlamp. Make sure I can see what's going on. Get out at Leadville, not trip and fall out on the trail out on May Queen. Anytime you're going to be dealing with lighting conditions, you want to make sure you've got a good set of lights on you so that you can see the path. As well as I think I'll be carrying a handheld as well, a little handheld flashlight. That way I can direct it where I would need it to go on the trail to make sure there's no tripping hazards or anything like that. I'd hate to be out there mile 5 and trip and fall and my day be done. So definitely good lighting gear is a must. Also, good gaiters. Time I spent at run camp, you know, little rocks and grit that get up in your shoes give you really a bad day. Start to wear on the bottom of your feet, get a hot spot going on, get some blisters like that. So I'm going to be going on my traditional puppy print gaiters. I've been wearing these, I guess, since I've been running, really, ultras. I like the little puppy print, kind of reminds me of my little schnauzers at home. So Carly, will be thinking of you. Emmy, we miss you. Hannah and Chelsea, good dogs, man. But the puppy print gaiters, that's one of my steadfast true things when I go out ultra running. Another thing for me is anytime it's a cold weather race is my hands, man. I got to keep my hands and my ears warm. So I'll have a nice beanie on and I have a good pair of gloves. Ran the ultra, the Graveyard 100, I think I was in 2014. And I mean, about 5 miles into this race, my hands hurt so bad. By about mile 10, I was thinking I'm going to drop because of my hands. So I've learned I'm going to wear a good pair of gloves, keep my hands nice and warm. Reflective arm sleeves kind of make me feel like Superman, so I have those on to start. If I go with a long sleeve shirt, might have them up underneath. That way I can roll up one set of long sleeves, then I still have another layer. Or if I go out with short sleeves, these will be the long sleeve. Then when it gets kind of warmer during the day, I can just kind of roll them down. I like to give it a little patriotic flair, huh? God bless the USA. So I have one of my red, white, and blue ones on as well to start the race. Pack-wise, I've got my Ultimate Direction AK pack, Anton pack. I like the nice light, small fit of this pack. It's small, fits me nice and snug. It actually gives me some comfort. It almost kind of feels like I'm being hugged. And I believe it kind of helps with my breathing a little bit. But I'll have that on. Up front, I'll be carrying 2 20-ounce water bottles up front. In my little packs, I'll be carrying my goo packs. And something that I just stumbled on in the 24-hour race this year, pickle juice shots. I've got a nice little compartment in the back that those will fit in. That way if I get to a point where my legs are starting to hurt or something like that goes bad, I got a nice little pickle juice shot. For recovery, absolutely love Cocoa Elite's Cocoa Recovery Drink. I mean, it's the best stuff on the planet, really, for me. It makes me feel good, tastes good. Actually grown accustomed to the taste where I actually crave it towards a long, hot race. And it gives you all that benefits of cocoa without the sugary stuff, you know, the kids' chocolate drinks and all that. The little trick I got to kind of help me throughout the day with nutrition is I'll take my water bottles. I load up just a regular Gatorade in there, the yellow, strawberry banana goo. Diffuse that right in your Gatorade, from the very first step. While you're running and that bottle shaking, the goo's diffusing, kind of thickens up the liquid just a little bit, but then I'm getting good calories, and all the good nutrition that I need throughout the day. I also hit a goo about every, say 6 to 8 miles. I'll just take it straight up. Also eat food off the table as such, But that way I continually get calories all day long, and once they're in the bottles, I really don't have to think about it. You know, sometimes during an ultra you get tired, you get lazy, you tend to forget to eat. If it's in the bottle, I'm getting it all day long. Another new little trick, I got to thank the 757 guys, the Run for Life crew, Katie and Jeff and Andrew, who's coming out to pace me, is this neat little devil. Gym Boss Trainer. It's an interval trainer. You can set it up for whatever intervals you want to run. I think I'm guiding my mind. I'm going to do a 4-2 interval, 4 minutes running, 2 minutes power walking, fast hiking. And you set that up, clip it on, and all day long it's kind of keeping me in check. You know, if I forget or I get lazy, I get kind of sloppy in my timing, this thing vibrates, this thing beeps, it kind of wakes me back up, and I can get back onto my pacing interval. Now I say 4-2, but I'm gonna run what the race gives me. You know, if it's got some gravity to it, I'm gonna take advantage of it. If it's a hill, if it looks like a hill or smells like a hill, I'm gonna power hike, I'm gonna fast walk up that thing. But the 4-2, I think that's where I'm gonna stay. It just goes off for them flat sections where maybe you get lulled into a trance and you're walking too much, or if you're running too much. You know, you start running long miles at mile 10, 15, 20 of a 100 miler, you might be really wishing you hadn't come mile 80, 90, and 95. So Gym Boss Trainer, about $9 on Amazon. Love it, absolutely love it. Along with the AK vest, I've also got me a nice little waist vest that I'm going to use for this race. And I use it for a lot of the long ultras, and it does a couple things for me. Number one, it gives me a nice place to put my phone, stash that right in there for pictures and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. But also, now these were made for water bottles, okay? I don't necessarily use them for water bottles. I'll stuff some food in there. You know, I'll get me some fig bars, stash it on in there, maybe a Rice Krispie treat, stash that baby in there, use the elastic and Velcro here to cinch it down, and then I've got my own little portable smorgasbord of snacks on my belt. And it just gives me a little extra comfort to know I've got food if I want to eat it. And you know, these long races, I plan to start eating at step one. They fire the go thing, I might take me a bite of a fig bar just to get something going. Again, I think I've talked to you before about you can't run this fuel tank completely empty and throw 2,000 calories in it. You got to top it off a little bit all day long. So those are just some of my little tips and tricks for this ultra, the Leadville Trail 100, that are a little bit different than what maybe I'd approach a normal 100 or a normal ultra race. Every race I try to tailor my plan, try to tailor what I need for the conditions I'm going to face. So these are just some of the little things. I'm going to go back to the tried and true stuff as well, and come Sunday morning, you know, maybe 24, 25, 6 hours, I'm going to be rocking that belt buckle. All right, y'all take care. Look me up on Facebook, on Twitter, at CleeDogs, briansrunningadventures.com, and just give a big old hug to your puppy dogs, your family. Thank them for supporting you during these crazy races that we do. It's a big investment in the family. So my wife's here now. We're going to hang out and have a good night. Tomorrow I'm going to get her to jump online and see what she thinks about these 100-mile races. All right, take care. You can do it. All right, have a good night.